looking like you're 50.
Yeah.
You know.
And you would think WCW fucking had them like dead to rights.
Oh, they had them for a while.
Yeah. Because you saw everybody. Nash.
Ted Turner fucked it up.
Yeah.
Ted Turner fucked it up. He made it too much of a fucking spectacle.
Yeah. And he was just having like all these random matches.
But he was running out of money too, because he was paying all these fucking guys crazy amounts of money.
Nash was getting millions. Hall was getting millions. Hogan was getting millions.
X-Pac
was getting. Like, guys are just like, all right, I guess I'll pay him a shitload of money. Scott Steiner was making millions, and then everybody was booking their own matches.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted the job to anybody. It's like, I'm not losing to him. I remember there was a big deal. Scott Steiner was like, I'm not losing to him. Like, he was like really like they were like a lot of cancers back then.
I heard Hogan was like that. Was like that. With a lot of guys. He didn't want to drop the belt to people.
Yeah, inmates running the asylum basically.
Yeah,
Bischoff, I guess, was like, whatever you want to do, Hulk. You're the man.
You're the man. You're the man. Yeah. Everybody loves you.
Yeah, and like I said, the only guy they created organically was Goldberg. Goldberg was the only guy organic. Like, everybody else came from had a rep in WWE and was already made.
Well, Sting was.
Yeah. But like, I mean, created in that WC, because Sting before that was NWA, and just Sting was like, he is Mr. WCW, but at the same time, he had a rep already.
I thought NWA and WCW were the same company.
But like,
and they just
NWA was like Jim Crockett Promotions, and WCW like infused all the NWA basically.
Yeah.
The story's weird, because I thought the same thing. I thought NWA just rebranded itself to WCW, but it was what NWA, because the NWA belt, I think, still exists. Like, it's not part of like the WC. It's not considered the WCW. It's a history, because I think Jim Crockett Promotions was like NWA or something.
Yeah.
You got to read this, but it's really like WCW wasn't like,
and WCW was Eric Bischoff.
It kind of took the NWA, just like TNA took the NWA history and infused it along with that.
TNA would be considered what would be the WCW of today.
Yeah. And then it's like it was the same thing, but WCW was like just a brand on its own. That's why they call Goldberg the greatest champion in WCW history. Because it was like, I was like, wouldn't Ric Flair be that? But they considered, because he was under the WCW banner,
and
it was considered.
And Ric Flair was fighting for multiple different companies at that time. So before he started really getting paid by WCW to stay there.
Did you watch the Andre the Giant documentary?
I haven't yet. I want to see it, but I'm waiting for me and my son to sit down, because my son's really intrigued by Andre the Giant. So I want to be able to watch that with him.
It's awesome, man.
I'm sure. You know what? It was. I want them to do a Roddy Piper one. When Piper died, I was listening to his podcast when he died, and fucking I loved Piper. Piper was one of my favorites. So that actually pained me. That actually pained me when he passed away. There's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people like celebrities that pass away that I'm like, it's a shame.
It's like, people die.
But when Piper fucking died, I was like, it was upsetting, because I was starting to listen to his podcast and starting to listen to him and getting to hear his afterlife of wrestling. And when you listen to podcasts, you get to know people.
Yeah, that's right, because they let it all out, and it's not like a radio. You're in a radio studio.
No, you talk about whatever you want to say.
Like, all right, you set like something like this. You set it up, and then
you just go.
And you just go. And that's what's awesome about it. But Andre is just like, before Hogan was the man, Andre was that dude. And it was like, wow.
Yep. I just his fucking hands alone.
Yeah.
Like, holding that beer. It was like a little fucking teacup for him.
But he was just like, he was an attraction. Like, you just...
Yeah, absolutely. Back then...
And you see him, and you see this, like, 8-foot guy just come out of nowhere.
8 foot,
like,
400 pounds,
whatever,
fucking man.
Like, and just like, wow, people like this don't exist.
No, where the fuck's this guy from again?
Yeah.
Parts unknown?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, but he was like, just like...
That's
like
an Amazonian man.
Yeah.
But listen, man, I got to get up out of here. I got to go food shopping and stuff. Yeah, I appreciate you coming down, man. We almost did 2 hours.
Wow, holy shit.
Did an hour and 49 minutes.
I didn't know I could talk.
But I look forward to working with you again. You got any shows coming up?
I know I'm doing the Little Room on the 27th. As far as the biggest thing, everything else probably just mics and shit.
All right. The Little Room on the 27th.
Yeah.
Go out and check him out. He's real funny.
Yeah, please.
I look forward to working with you again. I know we did the Little Room last time, and that was great.
Yeah, Little Room's great.
Great little room.
Great room.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
All right, man. Get home safe. Like I said, guys, I got no shows coming up until the baby's born. The baby should be here by the end of the week.
Congratulations, man. Wow.
Coming in May, I have those shows. Thanks. I have
Justin's career is over.
Yeah. Well, I actually have shows booked at the Broadway Comedy Club through Broadway Comedy Club. I did one of their competitions.
Oh, you got through. Congrats,
I didn't get passed as a
regular,
but the guy
you have like a residency for a couple of months.
No, I didn't get passed as a residency. But he definitely wants to book me on 3 or 4 shows.
No, great, man.
You know, so he was like, "I'm going to get you on 3 or 4 shows."
That's
I'm like, "You should have just fucking given me a residency for a month, and it'd be the same thing." But I'm not complaining. Yeah. You know, I just like getting on the stage.
No, absolutely.
And,
what it's all about.
I'll let you guys know when that's happening, and I appreciate you coming out, man. And I'm going to get you on again, man.
Definitely. This was dope, man. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Peace.
I don't know what they have to say. It makes no difference anyway. Whatever it is, I'm against it. No matter what it is or who commenced it, I'm against it. Your proposition may be good, but let's have one thing understood. Whatever it is, I'm against it. And even when you've changed it or condensed it, I'm against it. I'm opposed to it. On general principles, I'm opposed to it. He's opposed to it. In fact, indeed, he's opposed to it. For months before my son was born, I used to yell from night till morn, whatever it is, I'm against it. And I've kept yelling since I first commenced it. I'm against it.